Thank you for tuning in to the best parenting show on the internet, Post Daily Dose.
It's the Post. It's the Post. It's the Post. The Post Daily Dose. It's the Post. It's the Post. It's the Post. The Post Daily Dose. It's the Post. It's the Post.
Good morning, Facebook, and welcome to another episode of Morning Motivation with Big Papa. How's everyone doing on this Monday? It's cold. At 5 a.m., it is freaking cold. Spring is coming, warmth is coming, summer is coming, and I am very joyful for that. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. A fun Saturday, a restful and replenishing, restoring Sunday, and you're ready to conquer the day today. So I thought I'd talk about the law of attraction this morning inside the parenting matrix. The class was on reacting, creating, or both. And so that reminded me of kind of the law of attraction. And I know probably most of you have heard of it. You're familiar. The law of attraction, very simple, is what you focus on is what comes to you. And so there was a movie out called The Secret 20 years ago. I think it was about 20 years ago that made the law of attraction kind of mainstream. Esther Hicks has been teaching law of attraction for a long time, and it's such a powerful concept. I think people usually misunderstand it because they want to simplify it and then also just make it not necessarily simplify it, but they want to make it seem like it's just, what's the word? Childlike thinking. A lot of times you'll hear people. I remember vividly a guy said, "Oh yeah, law of attraction. It's not like I want a helicopter because I think about it, it's just going to show up." And my thought, I didn't comment because I tend to not attend to limited thinking. And if I do, it's only for a short period of time, because I feel like if you're feeding too much into someone's limited thinking and their limited mindset, you're wasting energy that you could be feeding into your own. And then when you're wasting that energy, you're also opening up a door to impact your own mindset. So I don't usually try to, attend to other people's limited beliefs too often. Hey, good morning, Stefan. So the law of attraction, because in reality, it's true. Yes, if you want a helicopter and that's what you think about, you will eventually get a helicopter if you do the things that you've got to do to make that helicopter appear in your life. And so the law of attraction is that what you focus on is what comes true for you. And I think the rub is that we're not patient. We're not patient in our focus. We ask for big things, but we're not patient in the receiving of them. And so it's just like the parent who has struggled with their child for years. Not talking about having struggled for a week or a month. I'm talking about the parent who has struggled with their child for years. And they want something different. They want a better relationship. So this is twofold. They want a better relationship, but then so much of their behaviors and their feelings towards their child are negative and fearful, which then generate more of the same. And then the help they go and get from professionals is negative and fearful. And so it generates more of the same challenging relationship. And then the parent finally finds, something more proactive and starts to work on it, like doing the Inside the Parenting Matrix program. And as they get into it, they start having breakthroughs, but then when their child has a bad day, then they they revert back to the negative mindset. Well, that's like perfect, because you're not giving yourself enough time to build up more positive than you have negative. It's like starting anything new. Like at the beginning of the year, everyone's making a New Year's resolution to, lose weight or go to the gym. So everyone knows you go to the gym at the beginning of the year, it's always full. Well, if you give it a couple months, and usually not even a month, a couple weeks, the numbers start to decline. And then after a couple months, they've really declined. And so the thing is, it's not that the working out doesn't help you get what you want and get to what you want to. It's that you haven't given yourself enough time. You haven't created enough repetition. You haven't put in the work. The law of attraction is what you think about, what you focus on is what comes true. It doesn't mean you don't work. It doesn't mean you don't put in the effort. It just means what you focus on, the more you focus on it, the more you embed it in your conscious mind, the more you then start to attract it and move towards it. So if you're focused on, I'm going to have a better relationship with my child, and you wake up in the morning and your thought is, I'm going to have a better relationship with my child, then you do things to have a better relationship with your child. And then when challenging times show up and stress shows up, you come back to, I'm going to have a better relationship with my child. We're in the middle of this challenging time, and yeah, it doesn't feel good, but I'm going to have a better relationship with my child. So I'm going to choose to do something that's going to motivate me towards having a better relationship with my child. And you just do that over and 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 over again, until when the negativity shows up, it just lasts moments. It doesn't take over. It's like it's no longer ruling your reality, and then that's when the magic happens. The magic happens because all of a sudden the negativity starts to be less than the positivity, and positive things start to show up because it took time. It took the time to attract that thing to you. It took time for you to move towards that thing that you wanted. So the law of attraction is very powerful. Anyone who sets goals believes in the law of attraction. Anyone who visualizes believes in the law of attraction. Anyone who has faith believes in the law of attraction. So people can try to discount it and simplify it, make it seem like it's, people just practicing voodoo. It's not. Come on. The Bible says, knock and you shall receive. Ask and you shall receive. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. And so Jesus was the master practitioner of the law of attraction. And so it comes down to a matter of our persistence, as Stephan says, our diligence. Being motivated, being diligent, our persistence, faith, focus, persistence, perseverance, and you just don't give up. And you keep putting those positives. You keep planting those positive seeds. You keep planting those love weed seeds. Just keep planting them, and then one day they're going to start growing. It's like that Chinese bamboo, that Chinese bamboo that grows overnight. It grows 100 feet overnight, but it's been the seed, the roots have been growing for 15 years. So for 15 years it hasn't grown, and then all of a sudden overnight it grows 100 feet. It has been growing. It's just been growing under the surface where you can't see it. That's where faith, that's where focus, that's where persistence and perseverance comes in. Is growing that seed under the ground when no one else can see it, and sometimes you can't even see it yourself. But you don't stop. You keep having that focus. That's the law of attraction. So today I want you guys to think about is what you're working on in your mind. Is it moving you towards your goals? Now look at this gym this morning. I swear probably January 5th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, this parking lot was jammed packed. I mean, there is now, I can count 1, 2, so 2, 3 of these are employees. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 vehicles in the parking lot. And then you know what? Someone out there is going to be complaining. Hey, good morning, Michelle. Someone out there is going to be complaining about the fact that they're not healthy, they can't lose weight, yada, yada, yada. Oh, I tried, I went to that gym, I tried, and it didn't work out, whatever. That's because the negativity of their mind is still bigger than the positivity. If you want to have you can have anything you want. Anything you want. You have to believe it. You have to be willing to put in the work to achieve it. You have to have patience and give it time to show up. It's okay to get sad and overwhelmed and feel negative and frustrated, but you got to come back. You got to come back to it, and it will show up. So Friday, there's been a little Latino kid working out in here, and I think he's probably about 13 or 14. His name's Juan, and I saw him a couple weeks ago because he's new. I can tell he hadn't worked out before. And I gave him some ideas on I introduced myself and just asked him what he was doing, if he's playing football, what have you. And he's just a shy kid. And I was like, give him a few tips. And then on Friday, I'm like, dude, I'm in here at 5:30 every morning. I said, if you come at 5:30, you can work out with me. And I said, what time you usually come? And he said 6. I said, well, be here at 5:30 and you can get in with me. And he kind of smiled. So we'll see if he shows up. I think that's him in there on the treadmill. We'll see if he shows up. I'll get my little protege and, help him learn some things. The point of that is Juan has been attracting into his life that he wants to get bigger, stronger, faster. And, he's been showing up at the gym. And then all of a sudden, someone who's been working out for I've been working out for 35 years, give or take, on and off. Someone shows up who really knows what they're doing and who has excelled in sports at a pretty high level, is willing to coach him and mentor him a little bit. That's the law of attraction right there. All right, Big Papa loves you. Have a fantastic, marvelous Monday. We'll see you in the morning. Or I'll see you at 6:30 this evening, Central Standard Time, for Post Daily Dose. And if you didn't get a chance, check out my talk I gave yesterday to the She Brews ladies. It's a women's reformation that I'm getting involved in. I'm super excited about it. I'll be talking about it a lot more. All right.